All right. Hello. Abanawa Yahweh by Shemi Abishai. So I pray to the Heavenly Father. The name is only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls the transliteration. All right. The transliteration, which would be Jesus Christ, and close his door. All right. So, K-Shaw, I need to see Fringes, baby. K-Shaw, I need to see it. K-Shaw, I need to see it. Got them all. Even got them on my little, your brother know how to sew. Your brother know how to sew. Oh, praise it. Everybody understand. All right, now I can teach, right? So, Jeshurun, Space City, the brothers in Houston, they said that we keeping the Pentecost wrong. Even us Friday sundown and Saturday sundown Sabbath keepers, which is what I am. I am definitely a Friday sundown, Saturday sundown Sabbath keeper. Definitely that. And they bring up a point that needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed. It needs to be listened to. It needs to be, I don't know, put on the table and actually have a conversation about it. So I would like to be one of them brothers that have a conversation about it. It is going. I'm not going to not be a card when I teach this stuff. I'm not going to be like, because I know these brothers. Like I know these brothers. I'm not going to not be a card. I'm going to say word. I'm going to refrain from calling anybody the B word. Best I can. I say it so much, man. But I'm refrain from using that the best I can because I know these brothers. I know these brothers ain't B word. They will put you down. They will put you down. And I say that being a brother who held the line with these individuals. So let's just get to it. No more BS. So the main issue I have with the Pentecost breakdown that the brothers gave is that it wasn't heard, which caused a bit of, I want to say, animosity towards leadership and those who follow them, which is what brothers do that all the time. If you're in leadership, if somebody wants to talk to you about changing the doctrine or saying we got something wrong, leadership immediately rejects you. Damn near every single time. I mean, it's like you. How dare you come against my knowledge? That's what it leans towards. So let's bring this up. Bring this to what I got like timestamps. So this is gonna be a timestamp lesson for the most part. It's gonna be a timestamp lesson just to bring out the points that brothers is trying to make. Points brothers is trying to make, how brothers is trying to bring it out, and we're gonna take it from there, right? So I'm gonna start at 8:50. Share this. Right.
You need to go watch that Pentecost breakdown. It's the video titled, Why is Your Pentecost? This is why your Pentecost is off. Genesis Rebuke. Because like I said, we definitely presented this information to these brothers, and we showed them emphatically that the Pentecost count is not 100 days. So to my lunar Sabbath brothers, I'll say that again. The Pentecost count is not 100 days. I know that's what we've been taught, but when you go through the scriptures, when you go through the historical documents and sources, it just does not align. There is no source that says Pentecost, the count to Pentecost is 100 days. And if you want the full breakdown, this is the video to go watch that, right? So we are going to briefly
now, when they brought this to Genesis, which is the bitch ass group. See, I said I'm not calling the brothers in Jeshurun bitches at this moment. And I pray I don't call them that because I love these niggas. I know these niggas. It's a part of my teaching. It's like it's how I teach. I use the word bitch when I think a doctrine is a bitch ass doctrine. That don't mean I think you as a person is a bitch ass nigga. I pray we can separate that because that is kind of how I teach. But with this case, Deacon, well, I think his name is Marco. Marco, I don't know Hassad's other name, okay? But Marco and Hassad are literally bitch ass niggas. Saying that. Genesis as an organization are bitch ass niggas. Straight up. If you follow that doctrine, you're a bitch ass nigga. And I mean that through and through. Straight like that. But I am saying, like, when these brothers brought this stuff to them, they rejected it because all they cared about was saving the heathen, which makes you a bitch ass nigga. Pray you understand what I'm saying. Now, let me go back to the notes. Now, I agree that the count is not 100 days. Personally, I brought this up and no one had this particular energy. When I was in Sakari, I said, I don't believe that the count is 100 days. That's crazy. I brought this up to the camp. The same brothers that's not Dawa Allah or Is. I brought it up to Yazadiah. And I brought it up. I said, man, I don't believe that stuff is 100 days, man. That's crazy. It can't be 100 days. And they tried to cut me at the line. You know what I'm saying? And that energy was strong. But I brought this up already. So there's a point in this video where the brother says, like, how come no Friday sundown to Saturday sundown Sabbath keeper bringing this information up? I did. You can't tell me I didn't do that. Everybody that knows me from that Sakari camp in Dallas knows that I brought this shit up. Straight up. All right. It is what it is. Man in charge, use the man in charge. It is what it is. The man in charge, where the man in charge and their view is God's word. Simple as that. That goes for all camps across the board. If you're in charge and somebody tries to bring something that you don't teach to the congregation, that's how you get breakoffs, splits. I disagree with you, and because I disagree with you, I'm gonna go start my own camp. That's how everything happens, man. Everything happens just like that because a man's interpretation is your interpretation if you're in that camp, and that's why you have Jeshurun. They don't agree with me. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have Masada. They don't agree with Elazar and his at-home endeavors. I'm just saying, man, if whatever brother you are is the man you will gravitate to. So I'm saying this, like if you got a doctrine, you come up against somebody in the camp about the doctrine, it don't matter what you have to say because our leader doesn't agree with you. So don't get in your feelings about it. That's just how it goes across the board. Let's go. Okay. The leader's interpretation is the camp's understanding. Get down or lay down, and that's period. The space city or Jeshurun, which means Israel. I want to make sure I pull that up because everybody's name, people need to understand where people's names come from. And these brothers have chosen a great name. I like their name, man. Jeshurun, that's a dope name. Let me go here. Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter. Share this. Deuteronomy, 33rd chapter. I'm dropping it down to the 4th verse. All right. Okay. Anybody ever wanted to understand? Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Jacob. And he was king in Jeshurun when the heads of the people and the tribes of Israel were gathered together. Jeshurun means Israel. So their camp is called Israel. I love y'all's camp, man. I mean, I love y'all's name and y'all camp, man. That shit is dope. I like it. Let's get back to what we're talking about. I ain't share this tab. Okay, boom. So Jeshurun took a position not against their leaders, but had a presentation to help everyone or the nation keep the law. If you are truly an elder, listening to the young keeps the elders humble. So there's a brother who says, "Hey man, we kind of tripping when it comes to I don't know, shaving your head or something like that." And a brother might bring a point here and there, and then they'll link the scriptures together and try to show something, and the brother just completely and totally dismisses him. That's how you get somebody who's not humble anymore. That's how you get somebody who's not willing to at least listen, or how can I cut the doctrine you're bringing up against the camp to better us. That's Proverbs, what is it? 27 and 17. I think that's what it is. Let me go there real fast. Make sure I'm not doing something. I think it's Proverbs 20. Is it 27 and 17? I want to say that's what it is. Proverbs 27 and 17. It's not a part of my lesson, but you know, it is what it is. Yep, that's what it is. Proverbs 27 and 17. It says, iron sharpeneth iron, so a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend. So if you got a doctrine or something that you got to bring towards a brother, you're supposed to let that sharpen you up, make your doctrine even stronger, even harder to break down, more able to stand the test of time. That's what is supposed to happen. So these brothers from Jeshurun, when they was in Genesis and brought it to the bitch ass nigga Deacon and them, they were supposed to stop, listen, and understand where these brothers was coming from to make their doctrine sharper. And that didn't happen, and that offended these brothers in Jeshurun. That's what this, I'm telling you, this is why this is a great thing, though, because these brothers have shown the world, the earth, the nation, that we are, no matter if you're Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, lunatic doctrine, I'm calling it that, I am. A lunatic doctrine keeper, it doesn't matter. You're keeping the Pentecost day wrong, and I agree with them. I never looked at it because I just followed monkey. They say monkey see, monkey do in their video, and I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them brothers. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. I never analyzed it like that. I just said, hey, you know, it's 150 a day. Whatever brothers put on the calendar, I'll just go with it, whatever you put on the calendar. So now I'm taking a look at it, and I appreciate you, brothers. I commend you, brothers, for doing this. I really do. Right? So now I'm turning the page. Now let's get to whooping y'all's ass. That's what I said. That's what I wrote down. Let's get to it. Let's get to whooping y'all's ass with y'all doctrine, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right. Let's get it. Let's see. Now, let's get to whooping y'all's ass with this doctrine. You needed help to show that this doesn't help in a debate. This doctrine that you are pushing, that Deacon asked, how does this help y'all in a debate, which is a foolish question. But for a debater, it is a question like, how does this help us in a debate? Because the way y'all broke it down, it does not help you in a lunar Shabbat keeping debate. I'm about to show you. All right. If let's observe this, and I think it's minute 13 and 20. So let's go there. We're gonna go to minute 13. All right, going here. Boom, as close as I can get it.
Starting to understand is that the KJV, even though it's a great translation, is not without its faults. Mm-hmm. One of the major faults of the KJV is that the English, we don't speak that same dialect anymore. We don't speak how they spoke when the KJV was first translated. So whenever we see phrases like even until the morrow, that's not how we speak. And it can make it very difficult for you to understand certain passages.
Now, the reason why I went to this, right, to this portion of his video or Jeshurun's video, is to say, for some reason, man, every time a doctrine is getting ready to change, think about this now. Every time a doctrine is getting ready to change, somebody is going to do this. They are going to throw the KJV all the way under the bus. They're going to do it. They have to do it because that's the book that Israel as a nation reads. That's the book that we hold true. And hey, listen, man, I have a new revelation. I have a new understanding. The new understanding that I got doesn't come from the KJV because the KJV is so like hard to understand. It's so difficult. It's so I don't know, man. I have no idea. It's so whatever the hell it is. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like that KJV is going to get thrown under the bus whenever a doctrine changes. That's the reason why I'm bringing that point out. Be real, happens every single time. My man says the count of first fruit is when you wave the sheaf offering. Well, let's go there. Let's go to the sheaf offering. Let's go to the sheaf offering and see where it gets waved. All All right, we in the book of Leviticus. We in the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Is that where I'm going? No, I'm going to Numbers 28. I'm sorry, Numbers 28. Let's go there. Numbers 28 and 17. Numbers 28 and 17. That's right. I'm going here. I'm going to share this instead. Come here. Please get rid of this. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can. It's like yeah. Kind of want to. Okay, boom. I need to put you back on minute 13. Lord Christ. Shit, some weird ass shit. All right, bet. All right, boom. So now you're gonna come back over here, right? It says in the 15th day of the month is the feast. 7 days shall unleavened bread be eaten. The first day shall be a holy convocation. You shall do no manner of work, no manner of servile work therein. You shall offer a sacrifice made by fire for a burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year. They shall be unto you without blemish, and their meat offering shall be of flour mingled with oil. 3 tenth deals shall ye offer for a bullock, and 2 deals for a ram. How far am I going now? 25. And a separate 10th deal shalt thou offer for every lamb throughout the 7 lambs, and 1 goat for a sin offering to make an atonement for you. Ye shall offer these beside the burnt offering in the morning, which is for a continual burnt offering. After this manner, ye shall offer daily throughout the 7 days the meat of the sacrifice made by fire of a sweet savor unto the Lord. It shall be offered besides the continual burnt offering in his drink offering. And on the 7th day, you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall do no servile work therein. There is literally no 16th day sheaf waving offering. None. And this entire feast day, there's none. You got Feast of Unleavened Bread, boom, and lashes. We offering this? We offer, but there is no 16th day waving of the sheep. None. Let's keep going with that. Let's see. Pentecost. You offer the same, but on a different day. Let's go down. Verse 19. Where am I going with that? 28. 26. I'm going to 26. Also, in the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new meat offering and for the Lord, after the weeks be out, ye shall have a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. This is after the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We do our 50-day count, and then now we're going to do this. This is what you offer on the Feast of First Fruits. But ye shall offer the burnt offering, the sweet savor unto the Lamb, 2 young bullocks, 1 ram, 7 lambs, all that. I'm dropping. You go all the way down to the end, and this is talking about first fruits, but this is not talking. It never tells us about a 16th day sheaf offering, not one time. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter, the 2nd verse says, do not add. I don't know where we get this 16th day from. I have no idea where we get the 16th day from. It's not in the Bible. It's not in that law at all whatsoever. I'll show you what's in the law. Let's see when we actually begin to count. Does the Bible tell us when to begin to count? I think it does. I never looked into this, but I looked into it, and I'm seeing something in here, and it actually tells us when to begin to count. The book of Deuteronomy, 16th chapter, the 9th verse. 7 weeks shalt thou number unto thee. Begin to number the 7 weeks from such time as thou beginnest to put the sickle to the corn. This does not have to do with the 16th day, period. It doesn't. Because while we're keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you have to eat unleavened bread. It's a commandment. You cannot merge the law together to make the law conflict with one another. Can't do that. Can't. Am I skipping? This has nothing to do with the 16th day after the start of the unleavened bread. On the feast, we literally do not eat bread for the waving of the sheaf. And how can it start during the feast of unleavened bread when you can't eat bread when you're getting ready to wave the sheaf off? I'll show you. The book of Leviticus, 23rd chapter. This is what I mean. Like, we can't merge the law together to make it conflict. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. I'm going to the 9th verse. All right. The Lord spake unto Moses, speaking to the children of Israel, and saying to them, when ye become into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And ye shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf offering and lamb without blemish, the first year of the birth offering unto the Lord. And the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Lord for a sweet savor. The drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the 4th part of a hin. And ye shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green herbs, until the self same day that ye brought that ye have brought an offering unto the Lord, unto God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. How do you wave the sheaf offering on the 16th day and eat unleavened bread? Or on the 15th day, you eat unleavened bread on the 15th day, but on the 16th day, you stop eating unleavened bread. It's after the feast of unleavened bread. That's when you wave it. Like, you wait after the feast of unleavened bread, and whatever your Sabbath is, which we would do Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Let's say if it lands on or whatever, you still got to wait until that next following Sabbath. That's how it works. I mean, it's not, y'all change everything on the moon. Like, anyway, I'm just saying, that's how it works, man. That's how you do your 50-day count. That's how you do it. After the Sabbath, you weigh your sheaf offering and you start your count. But it does not happen during the feast of unleavened bread. It doesn't. That's a new moon argument. That's all that is. Because it's not there. It's not there. Sometimes you need to understand what a sheaf offering or omer is. So I'm gonna go to Deuteronomy the 24th chapter. Deuteronomy the 24th chapter. Boom. And I'm going to go to the 19th verse. Where am I? I'm almost 30 minutes in here. It might be one. I don't know. When thou cuttest down thy harvest in the field and has forgot a sheaf in the field, thou shalt not go again to fetch it. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, for the widow, for the Lord thy God might bless thee in all thy work in all thy hands. Like the sheep, a sheaf is just like a little grain, a little barley grain, a little bit of, a very small omer. That's it. It's not that big a deal. You bring it there, they wave it, bam. Because this is going to be when you go and put the shekel to the corn. The first thing you cut, bam, give it to the priest. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. I know. I'm sorry. I got 20 and 22 separates. But now, when thou beatest thine olive tree, that thou, when thou beatest thy olive tree, thou shalt not go over the boughs thereof. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, for the widow. When thou gatherest the grapes of thy vineyard, thou shalt not glean it afterward. It shall be for the stranger, for the fatherless, for the widow. And thou shalt remember that thou wast a bondman in the land of Egypt. Therefore, I command thee to do this thing. So it's showing you got the harvest, the wheat harvest. You got the fruits, then you got the vineyard. It's showing you how each thing is separated. But that barley is what you're going to bring, that omer, to the priest for that wave offering, the sheaf offering. So now, let me see. The Bible tells us to do the count at a certain way. The Bible tells us to do the count a certain way. My man says the Bible explains it a different way. Let's go to where he's saying it. He said, and when I say my man, double Allah, I guess how he says it. We're going to 29 and 13. Okay, boom. And I want
being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
So we have Pentecost on May 21st when it should be on May 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing I will say about Friday, Saturday keepers, they work around this by putting the first Pentecost count the day after their first Sabbath within a week. That's what they do, and I get why they do that, but that's not what the scriptures say to do. Nor do we see that in history.
That's literally what the scriptures say to do. It says to do this on the morrow after your Shabbat, and that happens after the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We just read it in Deuteronomy, the 16th chapter, the 9th verse. If you got another way to break that down, all there is. But I'm telling you right now, that's when it says to begin your account. You telling me to do it a different way, but the scripture said to begin it after you put the sickle to the corn. It don't say nothing about no 16th day out. That's how I'm seeing that, man. So when you told us to do that, I disagree with you. Disagree with you vehemently. Right? Our calendar of Pentecost needs to go on the 31st, not the 23rd. Because this is when I say I commend you, brothers, because I never looked at it like this. So let me go here. Let me share this. So our Passover, well, when I say our Passover, the Passover that I kept in my house, all right, all praise to the Most High in Christ, was on this day, on the 31st, right here, because this is the 13th day. So when the sun goes down the 13th day at evening, bam, it's the first for us. So that's when we kept the Passover. And it goes down, and now boom, we're on the 15th day. And now this is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here. Boom. So now we at the end of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Goes down. Boom. Here's Thursday. Bam. Friday. Right? You with me? I'm on Friday, April. Can you see that? I'm on little. Okay, boom. I mean, let me do it. So you can. Yeah. Is that not? Anyway, I'm on Friday, April the 10th, going to Saturday. And after this goes down, I start my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Right there on the 31st. Somebody's got it on like the 24th or the 23rd at, because your day ends when the sun goes down. So they'll say the 23rd, probably at even the end of the 23rd. Boom. So they'll do that. But I'm saying that it's on the 31st. That's like, you know what I'm saying? It's on the 31st. So I'm getting literally 50 days. 50. And I'm doing that because the way it says to start to count on the morrow after Shabbat, not during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's a new moon doctrine that you can't let it go. So it's like constricting you, right? It's right there. But I mean, it is what it is. So we got that count wrong. I pray if brothers do see this and this goes out, I'm saying that we got it wrong because if we do keep it the way that these brothers have demonstrated it, okay, I'm saying that if a Sabbath lands, let's say the Passover and then right after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, it lands on, like, I think the UPK kept theirs on the 4th. They kept theirs on the 4th, right? So now on the 4th, the day after the Shabbat for them would have been here. It would have been right here on this day right here, and it would have been completely and totally totally off. It wouldn't have been after the. So I'm saying, brothers, we got to understand sometimes if we make a mistake and we don't got a correct doctrine, brothers can correct us even if they don't believe what we believe. We got to actually sit down and analyze what they're saying. And I do agree with y'all that our count is off if we don't interpret it this way, unless we're eating that. I'm sorry, man. We're eating bread we're not supposed to be eating until we have given the sheaf offering. On the 15th day, we shouldn't even be. Why does it? Anyway, keep going because I'm gonna start getting long-winded, and I know I got a lot of stuff. So if we keep the count on the Feast of Unleavened Bread, we merge just how the 15-day Passover people do. How you can do, how they say the 14-day even is really the 15-day, and then they merge in the Passover with the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and now their count is off. If we merge it like that, then we're off. I'm being real. Like, we can't merge it like that. We have to learn how to separate the law and let the law not conflict with each other. We have to do this. That's literally the best I could do. Leviticus the 23rd chapter 14 verse. We can't eat bread during this time. I mean, that's the best I can do. If you don't accept that, you don't accept it. We can't merge laws. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Let's go back to this. Deuteronomy, the 15th chapter, the 24th verse. We cannot merge laws. I'm going to try to show you what I mean. Leviticus, the 15th chapter, 24th verse. All right. It says, if any man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. So if you lay with your woman while she's on her menstrual cycle, you're unclean for 7 days. Wait a minute. Let's go to Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 18th verse. Leviticus, the 20th chapter, the 18th verse. Right? I said right. I shouldn't have said it. And if a man shall lie with the, I haven't been showing this whole time. Salaki. Man, I got to stop. Let me go back and read that again. Salaki. Leviticus, the 18th chapter. I do that, man. That damn presentation stuff wasn't correct. Leviticus, the 15th chapter, the 24th verse. Make sure I do that. It is what it is. If a man lie with her at all, and her flowers be upon him, he shall be unclean 7 days, and all the bed whereon he lieth shall be unclean. Okay, get that. So that means if you lay with your woman, you should be unclean just for 7 days. If you go to Leviticus, the 20th chapter, and you go to the 18th verse, it says this. It says, if a man shall lie with the woman having her sickness and shall uncover her nakedness, he hath discovered her fountain, and she hath uncovered the fountain of her blood, and both of them shall be cut off from among that people. That's two different punishments. Well, two different scenarios. If you're unclean for 7 days versus being cut off, you did something different. That means you went into that woman on purpose, knowledgeable that she's on her menstrual, and you went into that woman. You need to be cut off because you break the laws of the Most High, and you're going to get AIDS, chlamydia, syphilis. This is how you keep venereal diseases away from Israel. Right here. But if you do it on the action, like you can be inside your woman, and when y'all started, and what her menstrual cycle didn't come on, and then right when you got in there, you're doing your thing, and then you activated that menstrual cycle, and now you got her flowers upon you. Hey, that was an accident. That wasn't an intentional sin. Therefore, you're only unclean 7 days. You gotta not merge the law to where it's not profitable. You gotta make sure that it does not conflict. All right. Verse 6. Not verse 6. Point 6. We do keep the count the first Sabbath after the Feast of Unleavened Bread, Deuteronomy 16 chapter 9 verse. Be honest. The law says when to begin. Not on the 16th day. This is a new moon argument, not a flow of the Bible argument. It does not flow like that. One over here. You're going to go to 29 minutes and 40 seconds. Back to these brothers. 29 minutes and 40 seconds. All right.
We see that the count of Pentecost starts on the 16th of Abib, not some arbitrary, hey, whatever our Sabbath is, we're going to do it the day after. No, that's not how you count that. So if you count it according to the scriptures and you go off a Friday, Saturday understanding, you will never get Pentecost landing on the 50th day after the seventh Sabbath.
This brother just said, Dawa Allah, I hope I'm saying your name right, brother. Dawa Allah said that it's not some arbitrary Sabbath or whatever Sabbath you want it to be. My brother, you literally want the Sabbath to be on the new moons. That's not a good way to present that. For you to, it's like the same way I'm holding back words. I don't want to say too, I don't want to degrade you, like, because you did something wonderful by showing us this contradiction or the way our counters are. But I am saying, like, you're doing the same thing right now. You're like some arbitrary Sabbath act because we want to keep it on a Friday, Sunday, and a Saturday, Sunday. Your shit is arbitrary as fuck. If I could, your shit changes like a woman does. Like, I don't want my consecutive 7-day cycle to change like a woman. That's arbitrary as fuck. I'm just saying. But that's how you wanted to present it. So I'm a little offense. I'm going to say whatever your Sabbath is literally how you count that. Your Sabbath is on a new moon when your Sabbath is. On ours on a fixed schedule when our Sabbath is. Let's not like do this when you're trying to bring a doctrinal correction. All right? Because I think the new moon Sabbath 7-day cycle is bullshit. If I can just be frank with you. So now I'm going down here. I'm going point number 7, calendar beef. Let's go to y'all's calendar beef. Let's go to that. Let's go to 33. Hey man, I watched your video, man. I watched it. I watched it a couple times so I could get timestamps and mark it. I gotta hear that until this gets fast, and then I'll come back. And then I'll share this again. Okay, Ben. So now we at 33. I want to put it on like right there. Boom. So
they have their Pentecost on a new moon. What we do with that, and this, it more so highlights a lunar Shabbat, right? We have major problems here. Number one, Pentecost being 100 days. It does not land the day after the seventh Sabbath. That's a problem. And an even bigger problem, which my Friday, Saturday brothers point out, hey man, you got weeks that's longer than 6 working days.
Yeah, you got 8 7-day work weeks, my man. Oh, and shout out to the refiners in the chat, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Shalom.
But we got a major problem here, right? If we go off their calendar, right, the weeks that you see in yellow are weeks that have 8 workday weeks.
Now, I understand that you're trying to alleviate this problem because you're a lunar Sabbath keeper. That's what's happening. And you're trying to alleviate this problem, and the problem never gets resolved with this doctrine. We get mocked with crazy questions. You stranded on the island, and if you don't know what day it is, how you know when the Sabbath starts, all these crazy shit. And 8 days is something y'all try to talk away. You give this crazy ass scenario. I mean, if you stranded on the island, you get knocked out. You don't know what day it is. You don't know if it's Friday. You don't know if it's Wednesday or whatever. And you get these crazy ass questions, and then we gotta be real with you and be like, hey, you know what? I would watch the moon, see when the month starts. The month did start here. Then I would do this, and then I would start my count. I would keep that count consecutively, and it will never change. That'd be the answer. I'm gonna show that I did that already. That'd be the answer that I would give. However, y'all having 8 days, you gotta start doing House of Consciousness type shit. I'm gonna show you what I mean. You gotta start doing that, man. It's the law says 6 working days. That's what it says, man. Like on the 7th day you rest. It does not tell me to change it as the moon determines it. It does not. Let's go there. Let's just go there, because sometimes I think, like, even though it says it, brothers just like want their doctrine to stand. And I don't disagree. Like, brothers, You can love your doctrine, and you can love your doctrine so much that to hell what anybody has to say. Some people love that grape doctrine. To hell that you're going to be put to death if a woman screams. To hell with that. That doesn't. No, that don't. No. That ain't what they're talking about. That's exactly what it's talking about. Woman screams, you can put to death. No graping in the nation of Israel. All praise to the Most High in Christ. What this says is, this is Exodus 20th chapter, the 8th verse. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days. Shout out labor and do all that work. But the 7th day, not the 8th day, not the 9th day, not the 10th day. I don't know I don't know. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, and it thou shalt not do any work. Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger which is within thy gates. 6 days. 7-day rest. Consecutively. You don't add no days. You don't take no days away. You don't, interculate? I can't wait to get to that. I can't wait to get to that. That's what it says, man. But, new moon doctrine. I think new moon believers are Trinitarians. The new moon is our Israelite Trinitarian argument. Like, is Jesus God? No, Jesus isn't God. Well, he is God because he's the same. He has the same substance as his Father, which makes him God. But brother, is he the Most High? I mean, he comes from he doesn't come from the. You start doing shit. Hey, brother, do you work 7 days? No, you don't work 7 days. You work 6. Okay, but sometimes you can work 7 days, right? Depending on how the moon falls. I mean, you can, brother, but I mean, it's not that. I'm telling you, it's a Trinitarian argument because it's so fucking confusing. That's straight up and down, man. Let me get back to. And I want to do a sidebar. Because I felt sometimes the same way y'all felt about how Deacon responded to y'all. I feel some type of way how y'all are responding to us. Straight up. When I say us, Friday sundown and Saturday sundown keepers. Sabbath keepers. All right. I feel some type of way. So we're going to go to 34. I'm done with this point. We're going to go to 34 and 30. My man Yajadiah, it is what it is. So here we go. This is what he says.
So you have all these Friday, Saturday Sabbath keepers. Where have y'all been at with this information? I mean, I'm like, I haven't said that this whole time, but where have you been? Because honestly, pulling up a calendar, I'm not even making this a Genesis thing. You can do this with anybody who's a lunar Sabbath keeper.
Sadly,
you could have came up with this information. Where have you been at?
Now, he makes that statement. Now, come on, y'all, be real. He makes this statement, and it's a shit on all of us. So I'm not calling y'all no B words or nothing like that. But that man just took a defecation on all of us, and it's fortunate that we do have brothers who are way better than me, way more popular than me. Have a greater audience, have a greater understanding than I do. All of that did do something on this way before y'all put this video out. I'm gonna prove it. Because if you want to find the information, you find it. If you don't want to find the information, you don't find it. You don't look it up. Before you speak, you gotta go and make sure what you're saying is not a boast, but an actuality, right? A fact. Anyway, people say facts. You gotta make sure it's facts. All right. So let's take a look. This is my brothers. When I say my brothers, these are like, they don't know me. I don't know them. But these are my brothers that keep the Friday sundown and the Saturday sundown Shabbat. I'm about to show you guys how these brothers have already done exactly what you're asking for. Let's share this. Let's go.
Your 100-day Pentecost count came later. Because at first you were still keeping the 50-day count, but then you realized that it makes sense to your lunar cycle and your understanding. Let's play a little bit of this.
That brother is getting ready to, I'm not going to, if you want to go here, it's called, GMS cuts their own lunar Sabbath. No, that's not what it's called. For this one, I think it's called death to the lunar Sabbath or something like that. That the brother titled it. All right. I wish I could see it. I can't see which one it is, but I think it's unaliving to the lunar Sabbath is what the Believers of the Way put it down as, and they're getting ready to go in about where y'all actually got this. Eleazar, what's his Adonis and Marco changed the Feast of Pentecost to 100 days because their leaders were keeping the 50 days. Y'all are going back to the 50 days and then having to now revamp it because y'all know it's a cut towards the weekly Shabbat, keeping it Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, with your lunar Friday, whatever the hell, the lunar changing of the month Sabbath. Your 8, 15, 22, 29, is that what y'all do? Something like that. Whatever the hell y'all do, it's a cut on that. Let's go. I'm gonna keep going. I'm showing you this brother already. He did it. He did what you boastfully said we don't do. Let's see. And shout out to the brothers that Believers of the Way. All right. I shouted them out a video ago. Them brothers doing an amazing job. All right, let's keep it going.
It provides a great example of them cutting themselves without even knowing it. The clip is from last February, and as you watch it, keep in mind that Tahar...
So this was last February. This was last February in 2012. You probably can't find this video no more. The only reason why I'm here on this channel is because this is the only place I can find. I want to really hear what Tahar and them is teaching. I don't really care about what the old dude is saying. But I want to see what they're teaching. And I'm going to show you how this is just an invention doctrine. They modified this doctrine. That's all they did. This is a modern invention.
The brother is going in on how Tahar, came up with this doctrine using a so-called white man to get his damn lunar Shabbat doctrine. When it came out, Ratazan from Believers of the Way broke this down intricately. I mean, it was meticulous how he did it. All right. If you want to go and see it, go watch the same way you want brothers to watch your Pentecost video. Go watch his to see how he beats the brakes off of it. He already did it, cutting the lunar Shabbat as well. That's the part you probably didn't want to watch it because it might hurt you. It might make you have to change your lunatic thought process. I'm gonna keep going. I'm going to 41 now. 2 hours and 41. Let's go there. Let's see. 2 hours and 41 minutes. Bring it back. Right there.
Lie now. I guess Tobit is a liar now, because Tobit said in Antiquity of the Jews, not Tobit, Josephus said in Antiquity of the Jews, when a week of weeks has passed over after this sacrifice, which weeks contain 40 days, on the 50th day, which is Pentecost, but it is called by the Hebrew Azratha, which signifies Pentecost, they bring to God a loaf. He said 50 days. The Dead Sea Scrolls. Let's get the Dead Sea Scrolls. Let's get the Dead Sea Scrolls, complete work. So all of these things are saying 50 days, but then Tahar and them say 100 days.
The brother already did it. I know it's a sidebar, but I'm like, don't do that, man. Don't act like brothers ain't looked into this stuff and came against this stuff and try to bring out the truth of the lunar Shabbat being retarded. It's been happening. You don't want to see it. Don't do that. That's all I'm saying. Don't do that. All right. Where were you guys at? This information. I'll be real. I did it. All right. Maybe not the Pentecost side of it, but I did it with with me talking to you about it. I talked to you about it. You did the same thing, Deacon, not with how does it help with a debate? You did the same thing that the Deacon did and Hassad did. When I say I gotta start calling him what he is. The bitch nigga Marco did and the bitch nigga Hassad did. I brought it to you. Son, I think my first bad precept that you ever challenged me on, I think I gave Amos 5 and 21. And I wanted to use that for Thanksgiving and all that stuff. And then I broke it down to you. I went book, chapter, verse, and your exact words was, Chief don't break it down like that. It wasn't, let me look into it. It was Chief don't break it down like that. We all do that, man. All of us. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm going to keep going. The lunar Shabbat is wrong. Oh, I think I said this. Let's see. So let me go here. Wait, what is that? 10 months ago. Hold on. Did I do that? Hold on. Stop playing with me. I didn't do that. Anyway, what is it? 2 hours and 51 minutes for them. Yeah, wait, let's go back here. Where was that? Go back here in 2 hours and 51 minutes. But I gave a little lesson on this as well, not the Pentecost part of it, but I did give a lesson on what you guys like to go into. And I'm gonna show that. Was it 51 minutes? And try my best, man. Try my best to make sure I stay on point. 51. Boom. Let's try.
Cycle. Remember, a lunar Sabbath cycle only can come in 8, 15, 29, 22, and 29. And then the other way is 7, 14, 21, and 28. You understand? This calendar in the Dead Sea Scrolls is not following the lunar narrative. Why? Why?
Because the lunar narrative was made in 1990. That's why. The lunar Sabbath was made in 1998. That's why.
By a man named Jonathan David Brown.
Bam. The dude, I mean, anyway, back to the point. The calendar is 104 days and yours is 52 or 54 days. Just not your days and your calendar is not spot on, just like the Genesis group's calendar is not spot on with 104. Yours is 152, 154, whatever the hell your damn count would be, it's still off too. Let's show where you do this to yourself. You do this to yourself. Like, let's see, what is it? 35, 30. I'm gonna go to 35 and 30. I'm showing you, man, like how what you're saying, you're contradicting yourself with your own shit because you're keeping the lunar Sabbath thought process. Let's go. Let me share this.
That's a problem. And again, this is not just Genesis. I'm only highlighting Genesis because we told them the information and they said to hell with it. But this is not just Genesis. This is a lot of lunar Shabbat.
Oh, yeah.
Calendars. It's not even an exact 100 days. And then if it's supposed to be 50 days after the seventh Sabbath, it's not even 50 days after the seventh Sabbath. It's 52. It's a problem. We have
and that's the problem, right? And that's the problem. I'm gonna tell you right now, I heard something from y'all that just it brought me back to when we first came into the truth, man. When we had Captain of 13,000 Tazariot going up against the how can I say that word? The breakers of the laws of God concerning children. Polite. You know what I'm saying? That guy. When he was going up against him, beat the brakes off of him. And he had the audacity to say, it's not interpolation, it's like, yo, you got it. I'm showing y'all what y'all doing, man. This is y'all making up shit to go with your doctrine because you love it so much. It's just I don't know how to say it. I'm going to go straight to 38 now. I'm going to 38. Let me show this, man. 38 and okay, go here, up a little bit. Bam, let's go right here.
But we have one thing that has to be explained. How does the new moon fit in all that?
How does
Because
that
if you add the new moons in that, you don't get 50 days. You don't get 50 days. So what do you have to do? You have to skip the new moon in this count. Or more precisely, you have to do what scientifically is called intercalate.
The first thing I thought about was this, man. I can't, man. I gotta listen. I thought about this. As soon as I heard it, I said, this nigga just pull a house of consciousness on me. This nigga pulled a house of consciousness on me, man. Like, it is funny as hell to me. I'm sorry, this is fucking funny, man. Let me see if I get okay. I think right here is good.
There's interpretation and there's interpolation.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens is, interpretation is what you grasp.
I can go back and forth.
No problem. Interpretation.
In this environment, I don't own that mic, so I'll share it.
No problem, brother.
You can't have it.
I have no problem. I have no problem with that. Oftentimes when I ask questions, we want to read in another verse or scripture, and I'm asking, first and foremost, if I no problem. If I ask a question, because I see where this is going, and if that's where it's going to go, I will much rather go into a more profound dialogue. And what I'm saying by that is this. If we are going to use interpolation to answer the questions, then we are going to be in the game of the religious world that keeps people arguing. And then I'll refrain from that. And we can go into questions that make it harder for you to interpolate. And what I mean by that is this. Interpretation is what you grasp from something, your understanding, your comprehension. And that's interpretation. Interpolation is when you start adding inserts on. What he did to answer that question, he went to another verse, making an account on what wisdom is, and then presumes, okay, that is the interpretation for wisdom in another verse. That's called interpolation. None of us will know if this is actually true.
Now, I really want to figure this out, man. This brother said you have to intercalate, whatever the hell word he used, Salaki, to make the new moons not be added to the count for your 50-day count. Brother. Now, days aren't, no matter how you try to swing this shit, your transitional days are not days. You're still saying it without saying it. I'm like, you got to be able to weed through the bullshit. You're saying it without saying it. You're saying that the new moon days are not days. Thus and so we don't add those days to our count for our Feast of Pentecost. That's that house of consciousness shit. Now, you know, just because I love to see this brother get his ass whooped, I'm about to like use this to show that you're doing the same thing this guy did from the house. And I'm going to 50 and 24, and then he's going.
He interpolated his version of what he thought 1 Corinthians 12 meant. He said, well, if that means this, then that means this. Africans get this, and the Africans get that. You said, how can I use another verse from another book that has wisdom?
I say that.
Right?
I say how.
Now, boom. When you start cutting the lunar doctrine, you're going to say, well, how can a day not be a day? I ain't say that. I ain't saying that. I'm saying that we don't work on that day because that's a rest day. But it's not really a rest day because it's not in the law to say it's a rest day. But us as a nation, we don't rest. Or we do rest. The lunar Sabbath does this to you. It makes you this horrible man right here that Captain Tazariak is battling. Fucking insane. And then you try to be smarter. You try to reach above that of what your limit is. It says not to go too far without understanding. What is that in the book? It's in the Apocrypha. Salaki, if you're not knowing book, chapter, and verse on that. But you're not supposed to go too far. And if your brain starts trying to take days away, you're being that. You're being the house of conscience. I had to do that, man. I'm sorry. Y'all have 52 days and Genesis has 102 days, but y'all using the same new moon doctrine to get your shit, and that's where y'all are getting it wrong. And that's just period. The sheep offering is the day after the Sabbath. I don't disagree. Leviticus the 23rd chapter, the 15th verse. But that begins when the sickle hits the corn, not on the 16th day of our feast, which is the second day of unleavened bread. On the second day of unleavened bread, you do not wave a sheep offering. It does not say to do that, does it? Let me get off of this retarded motherfucker. Salaki. Get back over here. And I ain't calling you. I'm talking about this. That motherfucker. Lord Christ. I just had to use it because it was funny. Let's read. Okay, I did that. Let's read. And let's read and use the Bible to answer the question when the count. I did that. So Deuteronomy the 16th chapter, the 19th, the 9th verse. Let's go back to the note at 8, meaning let's see. But we want to go to 38. Let's go to 38 real fast. So y'all said you go to 35 first. I'm going to show you y'all's cut. Because this is what happens when you keep this lunar doctrine.
That's the issue here. You look at it at the summary, you have 8 and 7 day work weeks. The total Sabbaths from Passover all the way to Pentecost is
50. Salaki.
This is a lot of lunar Shabbat calendars. 50 days after the 7th Sabbath, it's not even 50 days after the 7th Sabbath. It's 52.
Now, you say it's not 50 days after this, it's 52. And then you turn right around and say, I mean, this is why this shit is confused. You turn right around and say it's not 50 days, it's 52.
I wouldn't even say problem, but we have one thing that has to be explained. How does the new moon fit in all that? Because if you add the new moons in that, you don't get 50 days.
Now, you're saying you don't get 50 days either. You just said it's a problem for Deacon because if it's 102 days, you don't even get 100 days, you get 102. And if it's 50 days, you don't get 50 days, you get 52 days. But you got the same exact problem. Come on, man. Like, come on, Craig. I mean, like, yo, brother, if we was facing Christians and the Christians did this shit, we would, without hesitation, we would be like, hey, man, give me the book of James, give me the first chapter, give me the 8th verse. We would say that fast without hesitation. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's what we would pull. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Because that's some double-minded shit. It's wrong when Dennis do it, but it's right when you do it because you take days away and you interpolate. Just let go of the Lord of Shabbat, man. Hey, listen, man. Everybody loves something more than the Most High. I said it like that. Everybody loves something more than the Most High. Our job is to fight that. Our job is to put our dukes up. Knock Satan the fuck out, man. Hey, you ain't about to get me with that, man. Nah, I ain't seeing it like that. Nah, I know that there's something wrong with that. I'm not about to be like, I'm put my hand down now because I love this shit so much. Come on, I don't know. Keep fighting, man. It's okay. I think y'all might be on the verge. Y'all could be on the verge of letting it go. I'm just trying to maybe push you off the cliff a little bit more so we can kill that old man. Lord Christ. Oh man. All right. We cannot let a woman be our foundation. We as Israelites, we talk so bad about sisters. When I say we talk bad about them, we like, you are not the leader of the church. You do not lead men. You can't be in charge, all of that. But there's something about this woman called the moon that is running y'all rampant, and y'all look like utter fools for letting her lead y'all in y'all 7-day structured Shabbat. Yeesh, let's pull some precepts. Book of Sirach, the 43rd chapter, 7th verse. Just so I can show that the moon is a woman. Or feminine. You know, I don't want nobody to think it's an actual woman up there menstruating and shit. Even though y'all got blood moons, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. For the moon is a sign of feast, of light that decreases in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. Thank the Lord for the moon. I thank the Lord for the moon, but she is not the dictator of the 7-day Shabbat. She never will be. Sirach, the 27th chapter. If your Shabbat changes, this is what you are. The discourse of a godly man is always with wisdom, but a fool changeth as the moon. Brother, it is foolish as fuck to change your 7-day Shabbat. It's some foolish shit, man. Just let the 7 days Shabbat consecutively. I do not understand how the weekly Shabbat is seasonal. The new moon determines your seasons. The 7-day Shabbat is not seasonal. It's consecutive in every season. It's not seasonal. Passover, seasonal. Again, I'm saying it like that. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Like Pentecost, seasonal. Ingathering, seasonal, which is tabernacles. These are seasonal events. The moon guides that. It decides that. I get that. The 7-day Shabbat is not seasonal. But hey, maybe you get it some other time. No disrespect of none of God's creations. It's doing what it's supposed to do. We as Israelites hate the pig, the swan, or whatever we hate, whatever you want to hate and call it. But damn, if I had a farm, if I had an actual farm, I would want that pig on my farm to eat the dead, eat the feces, eat the bones, anything that's unclean. I want that pig to go around and do his job and be the trash man for my farm. That's what a pig's job is. I don't hate the pig. I hate what we do with the pig. You're not supposed to eat it, and I hate that. That's an abomination. But it cleaning up the streets, that's his job. Get down, pig. Have a good time. Hope to see you again on Monday. But to eat it is the problem. To worship the moon is a problem. It's doing great when it's guiding you in your battles. So you can see in nighttime and defeat your enemies. It's doing this great job. Controlling the tides and all that stuff. The tides of the water and the ocean and all that movement and stuff. It's doing a fantastic job doing its job. But when you make its job do something out of its jurisdiction, you're corrupting the creation that the Lord put before you. I don't know how to say that. Let's see. I got a precept here. Okay. Genesis 1:16. The sun rules the day. Now, if the sun rules the day, that means the moon doesn't. I don't know how to say it. I mean, that's logic as fuck, right? And God made 2 great lights. This is Genesis 1:16. The greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So if the sun rules the day, that means when a day starts, is when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, that means the sun controls when a day starts and begins. Sun does. The sun's job for that. The S-U-N. Not the moon. Don't put the moon in the sun's job. So now we can't count the day that the sun established. The moon trumps the sun in y'all's doctrine. But you'll never look at it like that because you want the new moon to rule everything. All right, let's go to 48 and 30. I'm not even nowhere near. I'm at 1 hour and 9 minutes. Oh well. Fuck it. All right. Let's go to 43 and 30. All right. 43. Come on. This damn shit is hilarious. Let's go here. transitional days is bullshit. It does not explain anything. Like what I mean. If there's a month and it's going into the next month, if you want to call that transitional, fine. It does not disrupt the 7-day count. There is no transition to, you know, it's kind of sound a little LGB a little bit. Hey, yo, and the moon has to transition from being feminine to man. So, you know, it's transitioning from being a feminine aspect to a man aspect. So that way we can get back to having an actual day, which is what a man dictates, which would be the sun, because the sun is masculine. That's it. All right, this is a great scientific lesson, man. We were asking, when does a month begin? But a month starting is never a question. We never question when the month starts. Never. Let's see. Let's go. Let me say some fucked up shit, man. Damn. Present. Let me go back. I'm supposed to be sharing something. What am I sharing? This. Right. Share this. I didn't lost it. At the stage, bam. We'll do that. Back here. I want to make sure this. All right, my bad. I hit a button. We're gonna come here. All right, we're gonna go Genesis. No, we're going to Ezekiel. We went to Ezekiel 29 and 17. Right? Ezekiel 29 to 17. But y'all are hilarious, man. And it came to pass in the 7th and 20th year, in the first month, in the first day of the month, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, we're not questioning the first day of the first month or anything like that. We do not question that. Your scientific explanation, we do not question that. Stop talking about that. We don't give a fuck about the scientific aspect of when the moon comes in and how the moon goes out and all that shit. We understand. We understand that 14 days is going to be a full moon. 14 days later, the moon's going to be dark. We got a new month. We understand. Okay? We're talking about the 7-day Shabbat. And you're talking about transitioning into a new month, not transitioning into a new 7-day period. It's not the same. Goddamn. It's this new moon shit, man. There is no 2-day new moon the way y'all want to explain it. Y'all want to say there's 2 new moon days. That means the first day was January and the second day was February, if I could give an example. That's what y'all trying to say to me. That's what I'm hearing. It's 2 new moon days. That means it's 2 months. It's 2 new months in 1 month. Because that's what you're saying. And unless you say you have a first day and you have a second day in the new month, which would be there's a 3rd day in the new month, the 4th day in the new month, there's a 5th day in the new month. There's 29 days in a new month. It could be 30 days in a new month, depending on how the moon falls. Say that. Don't try to make it be there's 2 new moon days. Like, listen, anyway, you're gonna get that. This is the book of second. Don't just say that. I'm gonna just say that to bring it out when it comes out, when I bring it out a little bit down the way. All right, share this. We're going now to 51. Like I say, man, it's a lot. It is a lot. I'm getting through the paragraphs, though. It's taking a while.
Listen up, parents. Want to start building generational wealth and
I'm
happiness
glad
for your
y'all
children in less than
getting
10 minutes?
You know, I'm glad. I'm happy for y'all.
Wait, make it fit a lunar calendar. You have to pick one and you have to commit all the way. This is scientific. We haven't even gotten to the Bible yet. Meaning what? You can't sit here and say because lunar Shabbat keepers are keeping their Shabbat based off the moon that we're wrong, because you as a Friday, Saturday / solar keeper are keeping it based off the sun. You cannot say that because the two don't equate.
Disagree again. It's like we forget When you start saying shit, you forget that the Bible always merges. When I say merges, you need two things. You go out two by at least go out by twos. You need. Let me just put a precept. Let me put a precept, man, because I don't want to just. This is Revelations. We read these precepts, but we forget when we want to prove a doctrine. You forget precepts. When you want to pull like you want to cut a Christian, you got it all day long. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God in the faith of Yahushua. You need God's commandments and you need the faith in Yahushua. You need both. I need the sun to rule the day and I need the moon to rule the night in the seasons. The sun is absolutely a part of the calendar because you wait for the sun to go down to start your Passover. You need both. Like, the lunar Sabbath makes you do this. You need both. I need night and day. Genesis 1 and 45. Letter of let me see. The letter of Jeremiah or Baruch, the 6th chapter, the 60th verse. Let's go there. I wrote it down. I'm gonna go there. Did it say letter of Jeremiah? It does. It's really, and it's also the book of Baruch, the 6th chapter, in case anybody needs to know about that. If you got your handheld apocrypha, if you got your regular apocrypha. For the sun, moon, and stars being bright and sent to do their offices are obedient. There is an office of the sun. Stop taking that shit away. Stop it, man. The stars got a job, the moon got a job, and the sun got a job. You need all of them for your calendar. All of them. The moon determines what month it is to be carnal. Got January, February, March, April, May, June. You need the moon to say which month you're in, and you need the sun to say what day you're on. I don't fucking get it, man. I do not understand why you need the lunar Shabbat. I don't understand why Trinitarians need the Trinity. I don't understand why oneness needs the oneness. I don't understand why we want to save heathens now. I don't understand certain things. I don't. Some things I can get with. I can understand why brothers might be a little conflicted. Like, you know, if a brother say, "Hey man, the cooking on the Shabbat or the fucking shaving," or brother might be confused about that. I can see certain things up for discussion. I can understand that. The lunar Shabbat is just fucking stupid. There is no other thing that I don't know what else to call it other than stupidity. All right. I did that already. The moon for a season and the sun for its going down, which is where a day starts. Let's prove that. Lord Christ, man. Like, where are your precepts? Like you said, show me in the. He said all of that. I mean, you funny too. I like, hey, that was funny. All of y'all funny, man. I love y'all niggas. Y'all niggas are just fucking lunatics. It is what it is, man. Psalms 104 and 19. Psalms 104 and 19. He appointed the moon for seasons, the sun knowing his going down. When the sun goes down, what happens? When you answer that question, that defeats the whole lunar Shabbat thought process. When the sun goes down, it's a new day. Sun controls what day it is. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. Like, controls that. With the Shabbat, the 7-day Shabbat. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, rest. First day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, rest. Sun controls that. Not the moon, man. It's all right though. I mean, lunatics. Let's see. I went there. I went to sun going down. Starts in the, okay. Wait. Go here. Show you how the sun continues to keep. The moon is not involved with a day. It's just not. Deuteronomy, the 24th day. Maybe I could talk to you from on this level. When you put forth all that hard work and effort at your slavery, you want to get your paychecks. You want to make sure everything is on the up and up. Thou shalt not oppress and hire a servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of the brethren or of the strangers that are in the land within thy gates. At this day thou shalt give him his hire. Neither shall the sun go down upon it, neither shall the day end. For he is poor and setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be sin unto thee. No moon controls this. The moon does not control when the day starts or when the day ends. The moon does not have the power to decide that it's not a day. The sun controls that. I don't understand. All right. Now let's keep it. Let's get back. Let's keep it a buck, 1,000. Let's go to your. We finally at 1 hour and 9 minutes, but y'all, I'm an hour and 9 minutes. Lord in Christ, it's gonna be the longest video I think I ever made. So it is what it is. 1 hour and 9 minutes. Going there. 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Okay, so now the most important question: where is this in the Bible? Right, that's what people say. You know, all that's fine, but where? I need to see it in the scriptures. I need to see it in the scriptures.
We do. Right?
Don't worry, we got you. Go ahead, Matar.
Now we do need to see this in the scriptures. Not 2 days of the month. Is this a transitional day? All that. Like, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Right. Let's share this. We're gonna go here. I'm going to. Is it 2 Chronicles 3? This Solomon began to build the house of the Lord at Jerusalem in Mount Moriah, where the Lord appeared unto David his father in the place that David had prepared in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, or Ornan the Jebusite. He began to build in the 2nd day of the month in the 4th year of his reign. Y'all better give a breakdown to say you can work, you should, you may, you don't have to work. It's not our custom to work during the new moon festival, but we show about the build on the 2nd day. Second actual day, not a transitional day, not a day that like it's not. This is retarded. Oh, this is retarded. Hey, yo, listen, man. I held to the new moon Shabbat. I think when I came to the Dallas campus, Sakari, the brother, Yajadiah pulled me over from the corner. I was in the corner. I know he ain't gonna remember this because it's not that significant in his life. But he pulled me over from the corner. I was sitting over there in a little nook. We was by Neiman's or Naaman's, whatever it is, that downtown thing right in front of the hotel. And he pulled me over. He was like, "Yeah, man, this is the lunar Shabbat." And he was breaking it down to me. I didn't know nothing in the scriptures, man. Nothing. Still don't. And I brought that thought process home to my wife, man. And I was, learn a little bit more. And I could never get that confused look off my wife's face, trying to break it down. I could never get it off of her face. Because this is the most confusing fucking doctrine ever. It is so fucking confusing. This is the actual 2nd day. Are you going to tell me it's the 2nd day of the new moon? You can, because it's the 2nd day of the month, which will transfer into moon. The 2nd day of the moon. You can say that. But Niggas want that. Niggas want this so bad. I don't get it, man. Like, it doesn't help us at all. How does this help in the debate? How does this help? Period. I got that. In the second year of Darius the king, the 6th month, in the 6th month, in the first day of the month, came the word of the Lord by Haggai the prophet unto Zerubbabel the son of Salathiel, governor of Judah, and to Joshua the son of Jehozadak the high priest, saying, and I'm gonna drop all the way down to the 15th verse. It says, in the 20th day of the 6th month, in the 2nd year of Darius the king. It's not really the 6th month in the, I don't know how to do my count. I don't. If this is the 4th year, the 22nd day. So it's really, if I go by the new moon and the month and stuff, it's really the, what I write down, the 23rd day. It's not the 24th day. It's the 23rd day, because the 1st and the 2nd day are not days. So it doesn't start until after that. So that means really the 3rd day is really the see what I'm saying? I'm confused with this fucking doctrine, man. We're gonna get there though. Gonna get there. They're getting ready to do some more House of Consciousness shit. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. They're gonna do some more House of Consciousness shit, man. All right, an hour and 10 minutes. All right, let's do that. Let's go here. Oh, shit, I'm not fucking. Yeah. Salaki.
Right now with devices you.
Salaki, that's my bad. I've messed up.
Hebrew is in 1 Samuel 20:27. But it came about the next day, the 2nd day of the new moon.
But for this one, yeah. For these, read the verse.
Okay, come on. But it came about the next day, the 2nd day of the new moon, that David's place was empty again. So Saul said to his son Jonathan, why has the son of Jesse not come to the meal, either yesterday or today? Verse 34. Then Jonathan got up from the table in the heat of anger and did not eat food on the 2nd day of the new moon.
Wow.
Because he was worried about David since his father had insulted him.
Now,
what these brothers care about is the 2nd day of the new moon, so they can show 2 days, so they can show a transitional day. Come on now, this is what you want to do. This is what you, if this is the hill you're standing on, let's do it. Let's do it. The hill you want to stand on, all right? I'm at 1 Samuel 27. I want to show this. All right. So what they're using is like the NSAB, right? I think it's what the is this the right preset that y'all using? 1 Samuel 20 and 27. I think I'm there. Excuse me, Salaki. All right. And it came about the next day, the 2nd day of the new moon, that David's place was empty. So Saul said to Jonathan, his son, why has the son of Jesse not come to the meal neither yesterday or today? Thus in saying, these are actual days, not this right here, actual days, not transitional days. However, The way you read this is no different than how the KJV is saying it. I'll read it for you. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, or the second day of the new moon, that David's place was empty. It has nothing to do about a transitional day. It's just saying it's the second day of the month. It's not that deep. It's the second day of the month. Y'all came all the way to the NASB so you can read new moon when the new moon just means month. You could have just stayed right here in the KJV and said that. But no, we want to be deep so we can prove transitional days. And this don't prove transitional days. It's just the second day of the month, third day of the month, fourth day of the month, fifth day of the month. It has nothing to do. Like, let's do some more. Amplified Bible. But on the next day, the second day of the new moon, or the second day of the month, David's place was empty again. And Saul said, it's not that, brothers. However, the day after the new moon, the second day, David's place, it's just the second day of the month, because the month means moon, the moon means month. The word moon means month. Let's prove it. Because for some reason, the reading comprehension just stops when you want to prove doctrines. All right, so now let's go to month, which is H23. What is it? H2320. Month, new month, monthly, another, the new month, monthly, the first day of the month. If there's a first day of the month, the second day of the new month is the same. It's not January, the first day, February, the second day. That ain't how that works, man. That's not proving a transitional day. Stop. I hate fucking new moon doctrine, and it makes you fucking retarded. The same word is in verse 34. Let's use the BLB, which I just did, just like them, to show the sleight of the hand. I'm gonna go down to this. They're gonna read this part of it. Oh, am I showing this? Damn it. Boom. Okay, boom. Yeah. First, new month, all that is the keep doing that. H2320 is the Hebrew word. It means the new month, new moon, whatever, first day. I just said all that out all passionately, and I didn't have the shit up. My bad. Then you got how did I read this man? It is Gesenius. So Gesenius says the day of the new moon, the calends of the lunar month, which was a festival of the ancient Hebrews. Fine, it's a festival, 1 day, 2 day. It may not go for the third day or the fourth day or the fifth day or the sixth day. It might be a 2 day. I'm good with that, but it does not mean it's January and February in those 2 days. Transitional days is stupid to try to prove that point here. But if you want to do it so bad, listen, if you want to do it, let's run it all the way through. Like, what did Granddad say? Oh no, you went it all the way. You went it all the way now, man. All right. So let's use this. This breakdown. Let's use this breakdown that y'all want to use so bad. Ooh wee. I'm excited. Let's go to hour and 14. Because this does not help y'all in a debate. Not against a Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. I'm so tired.
No going back. No setup. Just say.
That's essentially what happened, right? So now we're here. So let's look at some comparative text, right? Now we just went to the lexicon, but let's look at some comparative text. Matar, but this one you can just read the highlighted. Read the verse, the virgin, and then the highlighted Bible shot.
This is 1 Samuel 20 and 34. The second day of the month.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
1 Samuel 20 and 34 in the NLT. The second day of the festival. In the NIV. That second day of the feast. CSB. That second day of the new moon. NET. That second day of the new moon.
Right. And then read the footnote again.
Khan, remember the Hebrew H2320 lists moon here as the new moon festival, as well as the context. Jonathan tells David in verse 18 and 19 to hide for 3 days after the new moon festival is over.
And we always go here, but we haven't just stopped and really thought about it, right? David and Jonathan meet, and he says, what? Hey, tomorrow's the new moon. My father's going to be expecting to see you, David. David said, listen, I'm about to get gone for 3 days. Why is it 3 days and not 2 days if the new moon is 1 day here in this context? It literally should have been the next day is new moon. That's day 1. Next day is no longer the new moon. I'm in the clear. Day 2, hey, Jonathan, what happened? That's not what happened. What happened was the next day was the new moon. Day 1. Saul was like, all right, maybe David was with some women. No big deal. Then you had day 2, second day of the new moon. Now Saul's like, David's not here again. Jonathan, what's going on? Now I'm getting pissed off. Then you got day 3. When all that is done, day 3, David comes and said, hey man, so what is temperature like?
Brother, I do not doubt that you read the Bible. I think you know the Bible. I'm not gonna sit here and play that Bible. I'm not gonna do that. But I am gonna teach. This is what I'm gonna actually teach. All right. We need to do this. We're gonna go to 1 Samuel, and we're gonna actually read the fucking account. Oh, I'm a little heated because it's like you have to lie. Now, if you don't know this, Salakia for the word. But if you fucking know this, you're fucking lying. Straight like that. You just lied your ass off, if you know. And that's a breaking of the laws too. To keep the Sabbath is to keep the laws of God. To lie to your brother is to break the laws of God. Why keep the Sabbath if you're going to lie to me? Because you're a lawbreaker. Which is all what this is all about, right? So, 1 Samuel, 20th chapter, 34th verse. Am I starting there? I'm starting there. I'm not starting there. I'm thinking, am I starting on the 27 verse? Start 27 verse. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, that David's place was empty, and Saul said unto Jonathan his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to me, neither yesterday nor today? Then Jonathan, am I not showing? Let me show this. Okay, boom. I read this, verse 27. And it came to pass on the morrow, which was the second day of the month, that David's place was empty, and Saul said unto Jonathan his son, wherefore cometh the son of Jesse to me, neither yesterday nor today? And Jonathan answered Saul, David earnestly asked leave of me to go to Bethlehem. And he said, let me go, I pray thee, for our family hath a sacrifice in the city, and my brother, he have commanded me to be there. And now if I have found favor in thy eyes, let me get away, I pray thee, and see my brethren. Therefore he cometh not unto the king's table. Then Saul's anger was kindled against Jonathan, and he said unto him, thou son of the perverse, rebellious woman, do not I know that thou hast chosen the son of Jesse to thine own confusion, and unto the confusion of thy mother's nakedness? But as long as the son of Jesse liveth upon the ground, thou shalt not be established, nor thy kingdom. Therefore now send and fetch him unto me, for he shall surely die. And Jonathan answered Saul his father and said unto him, wherefore shall he be slain? What hath he done? And Saul cast a javelin at him to smite him, whereby Jonathan knew that it was determined of his father to slay David. We're still in the second fucking day. So Jonathan arose from the table in fierce anger and did eat no meat the second day of the month, for he was grieved for David, because his father had done him shame. And it came to pass in the morning. We're still in the second day, not the third day. Because we keep the feast of the new moon at night. If that changes for you, I understand. I would change my doctrine too so I can keep my fucking lying. But I'm saying for this particular situation, we keep the feast at night because that's when we keep it at even. So when the morning comes, which is still the same fucking day that Jonathan went out into the field at the time appointed with David and a little lad with him, he said unto the lad, run, find out now the arrows which I shoot. I'm sorry. And as the lad ran, he shot an arrow beyond him. And when the lad was come to the place of the arrow which Jonathan had shot, Jonathan cried after the lad and said, is not the arrow beyond thee? Brother, this is still the second day. Unless you want to change your doctrine to now say when a day starts and when a day ends, and you want to say your day begins when the sun comes up, by all means, change your doctrine. But if you're keeping it with the sun being, we go by when the sun goes down being a new day until the sun goes down the next following to change the days, this still the same fucking, it's still the second day. It's not the third day. If you know this and you said what you said, you're a fucking liar. And you did it on purpose to keep the new moon doctrine. But if you didn't, I pray you can receive the teaching. See how I'm covering both sides? I'm not just an asshole all the way. All right. So now let's prove what morning means in fucking whatever. Let's prove what the morrow means and what morning means. So we're gonna go to, what is it? 1 Samuel, the 20th chapter, the 27th verse. Are we already there? 1 Samuel. Hit the back button. Let's show this. 1 Samuel. I pray that you didn't know that and you just became aware of that and you didn't just lie to me. I hate liars, man, with a passion. 1 Samuel. All right, and I wanted to go with the morrow. All right, which is 4283. All right, the morrow, the day after, right? The next day, tomorrow, the next day. So when it says, go back, 27, say, and it came to pass the next day, the second day of the month, that David's place was empty. And Saul said unto Jonathan, his son, wherefore cometh not the son of Jesse to meet, neither yesterday nor today? That morrow means that was the next day. Okay. Now let's prove what morning means. Okay. Because Lord in Christ. Now I understand everybody don't, everybody don't look, I'm going the wrong way. Everybody doesn't look at the scriptures the same way, but I think that we do in terms of when a day starts and when a day ends. Excuse me. Salaki. We're going to 35. 35. See that morning right there? So now we're going to go to what the word morning means. Morning, break of day, morning, end of night, the coming of daylight, the coming of the sunrise, the beginning of the day, that daytime portion. That's what it means. The next morning. The morning is the daytime portion. The next daylight, not the next 24-hour cycle. I don't know, man. Time is kind of iffy with y'all, but I'm saying like that's what it means. It doesn't mean that in the morning there was a new 24-hour cycle. It's the beginning of the daylight portion of coming of daylight. Right there. The end of the nighttime. So it's still the second day. I pray. The arrow wasn't shot on the third day with how we teach a day begins. It's just that simple. And the third day is literally expressed to us. It's literally, this is why this doctrine literally doesn't help you in a debate, because you now have to say right here, Now, this is the book of 1 Samuel, the 21st chapter, the 3rd verse. Is that where I'm at? The 3rd verse. Now, therefore, what is under thy hand? Give me 5 loaves of bread in my hand, or what there is present. And the priest answered David and said, there is no common bread under my hand, but there is hollow bread, if the young men have kept themselves, at least from women. And David answered the priest and said to him, of a truth, women have been kept from us these 3 days. Come on, y'all. Since I came out of the vessel of the young man and are holy, and the bread in this manner common, yea, though it were sanctified this day in the vessel. This is the 3rd day. Your Sabbath falls 8th, 22nd, and the 29th. Whatever weird shit y'all got. Okay, let's keep it a buck. What is it? Am I getting that right? The 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and then the 29th. Something like that. I'm saying this defeats your entire argument. If you want this to be a part of your transitional day, there's literally a Sabbath, because you change the showbread on the Sabbath day. I don't give a fuck what Marco says. So he can lie to me more. Do you want to be like Marco and lie to me about this too? That's fine. I call him a bitch nigga. I pray you don't fall in that category. But I'm saying this defeats your lunar Shabbat argument if you want to hold on to it the way you just delivered it. Sure, you wanted to go to 1 Samuel 20th chapter to prove transitional days? Or was that the Lord trying to help you get away from this damn lunar Shabbat? This we've already addressed. I've already addressed this in my video, Mr. Yashdaya, who says us as lunar Sabbath, as a Friday sundown and Saturday sundown keepers don't do. We don't bring out this information. I brought out information. I brought this out. Now I ain't saying you watch. Who? I'm so insignificant to you. I bet money you who gives a fuck. But I'm about to show that we do talk about this shit. In the beginning of your months, let's do that. Number to 28th chapter, the 9th verse. I said it's a little long because it's the last time I promise you, War Israel, I will not touch the scripture. I will not touch the lunar Sabbath again. I won't do it. I'm gonna make little jokes while we doing lessons, but I will never do this again. Nah, this ain't necessary.
You said 28:9?
Yeah, 28:9.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 28 and verse 9.
Yeah.
And on the Sabbath day.
On the Sabbath day.
2 lambs.
2 lambs.
Of the first year without spot.
Right.
And 2/10 deals of flour for a meat offering.
Right. This is for the Sabbath day, right? Okay.
Mingled with oil.
Okay.
And the drink offering thereof.
Okay.
This is the burnt offering of every Sabbath.
Of every what?
Of every Sabbath.
Okay, keep going.
Beside the continual burnt offering and his drink offering.
That's right.
Verse 11.
Okay.
And in the beginnings of your months.
Come on, man. Come on. Do you see are you?
Yes, it's clear cut. It's clear cut.
If you think I'm lying, you be like, hey, Akara, they still got points though. You can say it. I'm telling you, if the same way I cut the 14-day, 15-day, while it being different offerings on the 14-day versus offering on the 15-day, the same thing. If something's offered on the Sabbath day, if something's different offered on the new moon, are they the same? We've been teaching this, man. We've been trying to show how the Sabbath day is 7 days. Well, 6 days and the rest on the 7th day. It has nothing to do with the lunar. The lunar is a whole different, it's something different. It's not the 7-day Shabbat. We've been said this. This is not nothing new, man. Y'all have not given a miraculous, oh my God. But I will admit, you did have to check out Pentecost. Water. See how simple, like, you should be able to, we wrong, change it like that. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be so much contention when you actually fucking wrong. You can go and you try reading shit But anyway, man, their lesson. Let's see. Go back to what is it? 148. Okay, man. I'm almost. I know this is long as shit, but you know, y'all. I think y'all shit is like it's 2 hours and 31 minutes. So I had to do all of this. You got 2 hours and 31 minute fucking lesson. I'm gonna do it all in 30 minutes. That wouldn't be just. It's not a real look at your video. It's not a real look at your teaching. I gave it a real actual look, y'all. I really did, man. An hour and 48. It took me a couple of days. I went over this video a couple of times, like real talk, man, for a whole week. 2 weeks. I'm lying. 2 weeks. I went over this video. Ads, man. All right, come back here now. We are teaching the same thing with regards to the Pentecost not being 100 days, but holding on to the lunar Sabbath is still what the issue is, right? So, I mean, I'm gonna go back down. 1 hour and 48 minutes and 52 seconds is where y'all is that. I don't know what point I was bringing here, but I'm gonna see
the everyday offerings, the continual offerings. The Levites are supposed to perform a daily sacrifice every single day. And the scriptures are going out of his way to make sure that the Levites know, hey, on the Sabbath day, you not only do this specific sacrifice, but you also still have to do the regular daily sacrifice. It's together. You cannot say, hey, today is the Sabbath day. The only sacrifices we have to do today are the Sabbath sacrifice. No, you have to do the Sabbath sacrifice in addition to the continual burnt offerings. That's one. Now let's look at Numbers 28 and 11 when it comes to the new moon offerings. Read.
Now I don't mean to be rude, man, but I'm running out of time. So I'm gonna summarize what you just said, Officer or Deacon Dawa Allah. I never said your name right, even when we was around each other. I slack you for that, man. Right. But what he's bringing out is the different offerings you give on the Saturday and on the new moon. The same thing I just did in the video that I did like 10 months ago, or however fucking long it was. Okay, this information is out there. It's not like it's hidden or it's sealed. We've been saying stuff. But I mean, if you're not looking for it, you won't find it. Same thing when you was looking for the truth, you found it. You watch IUIC, you watch HOI, you watch GOCC, you watch ISUPK, you watch GMS, and wherever your spirit resonated with, that's where you went. But I'm saying, like, you went and you looked for it. Once you heard it, you looked for it. If you heard that the lunar Shabbat is bullshit, you go and look for where brothers is making their points. And then you won't have to say boastfully, where y'all with this information. You don't gotta do that. You can go look for it because I'm pretty sure somebody put it out. Let's see, 1 hour and 59 minutes.
$30-day month, new moon, that each month alternate between 29 and 30 days. And you understand that a new moon can be 2 days based on whether or not that month is a 30-day month or a 29-day month. Pentecost makes so much sense.
Pentecost makes so much sense if you remove the new moon days and do your count that way. For the lunar Shabbat, that makes so much sense. Friday sundown, Saturday sundown keepers, it makes so much sense for you to wait until your Sabbath day. After your Sabbath day, wait a sheep offering. That's when your count starts and you get 50 days. It's not that deep. So the day after your Shabbat is going to be your 50-day count, Feast of Pentecost. That makes so much sense as well. But when you want to be whatever side you land on, it's the side that you're going to say makes sense. Trinitarian doctrine makes sense to them fucking Trinitarians. It does not make sense to us. It doesn't. Y'all taking days away, adding days makes so much sense to y'all. It does not make sense to us. Do you sound sane or do you sound insane? It's not interpretation, it's interpolation. That shit was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, man. Tobit needed to add or take away days for his feast of Pentecost in the book of Tobit, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse. I'm not gonna get it. I'm just saying, like, that brother needed to add some days. It's a good thing in the book of Joel, the 2nd chapter, the 28th verse, when it says he's gonna pour out his spirit in those days, he'll pour out his spirit. Let's go there. Let's go there. I don't want to butcher it. Hey, this is Joel, 2nd chapter. Dropping it down. Oh man, Joel 28. And it shall come to pass after that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old man dream dreams, and your young man shall see visions. It's a good thing that in Acts, in Acts, the 2nd chapter, right? And when the day of Pentecost was fully come, it's a good thing that they took days away. And they ain't taking days away, man. That spirit wasn't the king. We would have had the wrong. He would have had the wrong. Yo, listen, man. Listen. We do not have to be nuts to rest. You do not have to be insane to rest. You do not have to be a lunatic to rest on the 7th day, as it says. He said, look, I'm going here, man. I'm getting a little. I ain't gonna fret. I am getting a little tired. Coffee has worn out. Y'all see the sun that came up on me. Lord Christ. Oh, the thing that controls the day just Lord Christ, man. I'm a little okay. Let's see. I need to go to 59 and 50. Let's go here. He says something right here. Let's go. Let me share this. He says something right here.
After the 7th Sabbath, correctly, any other way. There is no other way you can do it.
There's no other way you can do your Feast of Pentecost count other than the way he's telling us that we have to do it. Now, I understand why he's saying it. He has a congregation. He has a congregation. He has something that he's teaching. He's passionate about what he's teaching. He needs brothers to understand that what he's teaching is the correct way. So there is no other way for a lunatic to get their count. Tahar already tried to get his count like this. He's the forerunner of your lunatic doctrine. Had to switch it to 100 days because he couldn't get out of the buffoonery. And now here you going, starting that process all over again. just let it go, man. Just let it go. It's all right. It's okay, man. We're not gonna, what we're gonna do? Talk bad shit about you? No. Sakari is known for changing doctrines and correcting themselves and whatever, We're not gonna look at you in your type of way, man. You'll be just another brother teaching Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown. You'll be sane. You don't have to make up crazy shit like Trinitarians do. All right, I'm gonna show y'all what this looks like when somebody actually tries to apply your doctrine to their lives. It looks like this. 2 hours and 13 minutes. It's the last little point I got. I watched your video. I did, man. I watched it several times. All right.
Our base is under attack.
Shalom, y'all can hear me?
All right.
Yo, shalom, brother.
Shalom. So I don't have no smoke. I really just want to understand what y'all are saying. I did come in late.
Now let's keep it a buck, but I do feel like when people say they ain't got no smoke, they got smoke. But maybe you didn't, man. Maybe this is the anomaly, all right?
So this is just for understanding, no smoke. So where I'm confused at, I think I heard you say that like the way
when brothers say where I'm confused at, a precept should enter your mind. Now, I'm not saying that in the context of what this is saying it in is what I'm saying it is, but I am saying I'm taking the snippet of this and I do utilize it in my everyday thought process of how I look at the Most High. 1 Corinthians 14th chapter. Y'all know where I'm going. 14 and 33. Sure is. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. I understand this is about the ranking system and letting these women be silent in the church because it's confusing to have a woman trying to teach men. It's out of order. I get it. The sun not controlling the day is out of order. The moon controlling the day is out of order. That's why he's not the author of confusion. You can use this precept. I believe you can. You can use this precept. So I'm saying that's why this brother even starts off, I'm confused. I'm just saying that. Anyway, here we go.
Deacon got his calendar set up that you're gonna have some weeks you're working 8 days, and the scriptures telling us we can only work 6 days, right? That's kind of like contention you had.
Con.
Okay, so now, right, and the whole lunar Sabbath thing, sometimes it gets confusing around that 29th day in the new moon. So I'm gonna try to say this the best I can because I still get confused, you feel me, in a way. So follow me, right? The Sabbath hits on the 29th, and then let's say the new moon lasts 2 days. It lasts the 30th and the 31st. And then the day after the new moon is the first day of the month. If you don't work from the 30th up until the 8th day of the month, you're working way past 6 days. But isn't that what you have a problem with what Deacon says?
So, well, one, I don't know if you caught the very beginning. We went over the synoptic months. So the months don't have 31 days. That's a solar month. The lunar months alternate between 29 and 30 days, right? So if a new moon was 2 days, you would have the new moon on day 30, and then you have the new moon on day 1. Now, the reason why it's not the same is because, as we explained, in our land, there would be no working on the new moon because nobody would be open. The shops are closed. People are going out to give their sacrifices and hear the word of the Lord. So the day after the new moon, day 2, you have your 6 working days and then your 7.
Now, this is what I mean. The brother went. The brother went here. 1 Samuel, 20th chapter. I think he went to the 35th verse. And it came. No, that's not where he went. He went boom. So Jonathan arose from the table and did not eat no meat on the 2nd day of the new moon. That's what it says in the other translation, right? He just said that on the 2nd day. Listen, let's one more time. That's what I mean when you gotta do weird shit. You can't just let it just listen to this shit again. One more time. Sure it is.
Day after the new moon, day 2, you have your 6 working days and then your 7.
The day after the new moon, day 2, you have your 6 working days and then I thought it was 2 new moon days. I hate the new moon. I hate it.
Like clockwork.
Can you show that on the calendar, please?
Yeah.
The brother is still confused. Still. There is no like, hey, no, brother, it's every 7 days. The Sabbath is every 7 days. 6 days you work, 7 days you rest. But what about when you go into a new month? You keep the count up. Hey, if the end of the month lands on the 29th day, guess what? When the first day of whatever the new moon is, that will be the 5th day of the week. The weekly Shabbat. It's the 5th day of the week. So when the 6th day comes, second day, just like it was in 1 Samuel 20th chapter, and then the 7th day comes, that may be the 3rd day, and now you got the Sabbath. Just keep counting. You don't stop your consecutive count, brother. Oh, okay, that makes sense. There is no confusion with that. None. Lunar shit is a lunatic.
The only reason why that seems one the same is we're in yeah, you might have to mute. We're in captivity, right? So whenever you look at it as, well, if a brother want to go work, ain't that the same? It's not necessarily the same, because in our land we wouldn't be out working.
My nigga. Somebody said when I say my nigga, I'm about to say something bad. But my nigga. 2 Corinthians. I think I went here already. What was it? 2 Corinthians 3. I'm gonna go back to my 2 Corinthians 3, right? 2 Corinthians. I'm gonna say Corinthians, 2 Chronicles 3. And he began to build in the second day. Oh, wait, let me show this. And he began to build in the 2nd day of the month in the 4th year of his reign. Can't have 2 new moon days. They should be treated the same, shouldn't they? You said that we don't do nothing, but this man's building on the 2nd day of the month. Just want to show that one more time. All right, let's go back over here. Get back to this. Where's that at? All right. And then I think you're looking for his calendar.
What we're saying, I'm trying to find the calendar. What we're saying is there's no sin there, because you don't see that in the scriptures. Where's here's
okay,
ours.
yeah, I get that part. I get the part that I get the part that that it's like a custom. I read John Gill. I don't know if y'all know John Gill, but he talks about how in a commentary in 1 Samuel chapter 20 how it's just custom.
Mm-hmm.
So I get that part.
Yeah. So here's the calendar. What did you want to?
So you disregard the 31st day, because you feel me. You're right. It's 29th and 30. So disregard the first day. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, actually, I think I get what you're saying. You're saying if you don't work on that day, it's cool. But if you do work on that day, it's cool, right?
Only because we're in captivity.
Okay. Because the custom would be in the land, everything will be closed.
Brother, you can't say that it's not nowhere in the law that says that we can't work, and then you say only because we in captivity is why we don't work. Can't say that. I'm just saying, man. Like when you I don't know what to say, man. Like it's weird what's happening. When you got to talk your doctrine to somebody else, this is what it looks like. It's weird. You got to do all this weird ass shit, man.
Closed as just customary.
Correct.
But this is where I'm getting confused. I think I heard you say this. So I'm gonna say I think, because I don't want to say it for sure. I might be wrong. I think I heard you say that you have a problem with how Deacon breaks down his calendar, because there's multiple days above the 6 days that you're supposed to work. But it seems like on this, it's the same thing. That's kind of like what's, you feel me, throwing me off.
Yeah. So, well, there's multiple issues I have with his calendar, right? I'll stick to the first one of your point of the quote unquote multiple working days. When you look at where we are now in captivity, right? On a new moon, a brother might have to work. It is.
He's not answering. You're not answering the question, man. He's saying, do you guys have 8-day work weeks or not? You're talking about captivity and whether or not we got to work in captivity. This is what I mean. Like, this new moon doctrine makes you fucking insane, man. Can't even answer questions directly anymore. You're doing Trinitarian shit, man. Like, well, he came down, but he came down in the same essence and being of his father, which makes him God. Like you can't just be like, yeah, he came down, he's the son of the Most High. He was sent to do a job that his father told him to do. He doesn't have the same authority as his father. His father grants him authority because he is the authority. The Most High is the authority, and he gives out the authority as he so see fit. And Christ is underneath that banner. You can't just simply bam. Hey, brother, we ain't got no 8-day work days, man. We work 6 days, we rest on the 7th. That is hell no. We ain't never doing no 8-day work days, 9-day work. No, work weeks, none of that. Nah, brother. 6 days, 7-day rest.
What it is captivity. If we was in our land, we would not be working on the new moon because there would be no work to do. That's the difference. Now, if we go and we look at Genesis calendar, for example, the weeks that are highlighted in yellow, right? I'm looking at the week of June 6th. So you got June 6th as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then you have that 7th day, June 12th, is not a new moon, it's not anything. This is just a random day in the month. If we were in our land, the doctrine would be, hey, we can work on that day because it's a working day. You're working on day 7, June 12th, and then you're working on day 8, June 13th. It's not a new moon. It's not anything. It's actually a regular work day according to the current lunar Sabbath understanding. That's the problem. That's the issue. As far as just regular Sabbath goes, now there's way more issues that's wrong with their calendar. It's on the screen here, but the main issue here that even Friday, Saturday keepers point out is that we have 7 and 8 work days. Official workday weeks.
Fair use.
Okay, Khan, if you can you go to your calendar that you posted earlier, like it's like the last slide?
I'm just letting
the last one. It was like how you said it should be. It's like one of your last slides.
1 second.
Every lighter still runs on butane, the same fuel from 50 years ago.
Right?
That's exactly.
It would have to be. Come on, this one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, right.
Okay.
So basically, because I'm really just trying to understand. You feel me? Like, this is not even trying to be weird or anything. I really just want to understand, right? If you can, right? Let me see. I'm trying to see how I want to ask this question. On the last week, so like from the 22nd to the 29th, could you basically, how do I want to say this? Could you basically do an example of a 2-day new moon, but then continue like counting as if the week continued, if you know what I'm trying to say? Like for the first Sabbath of the month after the last Sabbath.
Hey, when you ask a question, like I heard Captain Tazari ask a question to a Christian. He was like, so if we under the order of Melchizedek, why is God, since Jesus is God, why is God under the order of another man if Jesus is God? The brother was like, I don't understand the question. Watch.
Of the last month.
So I'm trying to follow you, right? So what's on the screen here is a 30-day month, okay? The last Sabbath of the month will be Sabbath or day 29.
Yeah.
You see that at the bottom?
Yeah, I see that.
So on a 30-day month, you'll have a new moon or what we'll deem as observation day, right, on day 30. And then the actual, it's the new moon, it's the start of the month on day 1.
And that would be like basically if a box was there, that would be right under the 24th day 1 right there.
Right. What do you mean right after the 24th day?
You see the 24th day the 22nd, 23rd, 24th.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm saying right under that would be the day 1 of that month.
Yes. Yeah.
So then you would
was to arrange it in that fashion.
Okay, and then you would count 6 days, right? And then on the 7th day will be the Sabbath, correct?
If you count 6 days from day number 1, and then add the 7th day for the Sabbath, that 7th day would be day 8.
Okay. I feel like I'm about to ask the same question I already asked. So this is for me to clarify, right? So even though, for example, if it was a 2-day new moon that month, and you're working an extra day, even though it's captivity, like I don't even know how I want to ask. This is like confusing.
So here's the best way, right? Take captivity off the table, because captivity, we have no control over that. We're in captivity.
Man, you've been saying captivity this whole time. You're confusing him because this is a confusing doctrine. There's no other way to put it, man.
Hell, most lunar Sabbath keepers, we have to work on the actual Shabbat. It is what it is, right? We're in our land. Put yourself in 1 Samuel chapter 20. Right? If we are in 1 Samuel chapter 20, we're not doing any work on the new moon. Why? Because that's not our custom. That's not what we do as a people.
It's not because there's a prohibition on it. That's why we're saying like you can work on it, because when you see the Sabbath,
so
the Sabbath has a prohibition.
I guess I see what you're saying. The only problem I'm having is kind of like, and it's not even really has to do anything with Deacon. It's just the fact that you said you kind of had a problem with that. There's more than 6 days that you would be working based off his calendar, but it's on this calendar too. It'd be more than 6 days.
It's the same. I agree with you, man. It's the same thing because it's the lunar Shabbat. Only thing you mad about is 100 days of Pentecost. He ain't listen to you. But you still teaching the lunar Shabbat.
So that's where I'm confused. Like, why is that a problem if on that calendar you're working more than 6 days, but on this calendar you could do the same thing?
So here's the problem.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And here's the problem. And that's why I said your mindset has to be away from captivity. We're talking about we're in our land. We're in the times of King Saul, 1 Samuel chapter 20. What's on the screen, imagine this is your standard lunar Sabbath calendar, right? So on day 29, take away Sabbath. That take away Sabbath, that's a regular working day. And now the day 30, take away new moon. That's a regular working day. And now you have day 1 as a Sabbath, right? If you do that, as we're back in our land, then what you're essentially saying is day 23, day 24, day 25, day 26, day 27, day 28, and now day 29 and day 30 are legitimate working days in our land. That's a problem, because now you would have a legit 7 or 8 workday weeks every single month in our culture, and you don't see that.
Okay, and you only see something like that if it's like a custom of us. We're closing because we're just closing.
Hey man, I pray you can receive this lesson or this me talking about the Pentecost. The lunar Shabbat is bullshit. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Love y'all, Israel. Good one.